you're interested in making money online, this video is for you. Hi and welcome or welcome back. I'm George Pierce and I want to thank you for watching. This video is about your email subject line. That's primarily what we're going to be talking about in this video. It is the third video in our Affiliate Marketing Level 2 series. It's technically the fourth video, but the first video was a two-parter. This hopefully is not going to be a two-parter, but there's an awful lot I want to share with you, so let's get right to it. What is the benefit of a subject line, of a better or of improving a good email subject line? And the benefit is that you're going to get more emails opened, and the more emails that you can get open, the better chance you've got of getting those subscribers to take action or getting those conversions, making those sales, and so on. So our email subject line, it's pretty much got one job to do. Its job is to see that our emails get open. That's its job. So if we do our job, then it'll do its job. So a good email subject line is one that will get your emails open. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 tips that will ignite your open rate. I'm going to ask you to stay to the end because I'm going to reveal to you the #1 open rate secret. Now, most people think that your subject line is the #1 reason why people are going to open their emails. That's not true. It's the #2 reason. We'll get to the #1 reason at the end of the video. But let's get to the subject line. If this is the kind of video that you're interested in, if it's a benefit to you, a value to you, go ahead and subscribe and ring the bell, and that way you won't miss out on future videos. The email subject line is certainly a key component, and it is the second most important component or factor in getting our emails open. Let's get into some of the email subject line best practices. #1, focus on what your subscriber wants. What is the niche that your subscriber has opted in on? Whether it's fishing, knitting, weight loss, whatever it might be, internet marketing, YouTube channel, whatever it might be, whatever that niche is, that's the reason why they have opted into your email. And this may sound almost, I don't mean to be talking down to you, because it's almost like too obvious, but it's kind of like, they opted in for fishing, and now I'm sending them emails about internet marketing. It's not going to fly. They opted in for internet marketing, and I'm sending them emails about fishing. Well, if they happen to be an avid fisherman, it might fly, but technically that's not going to work either because they're looking for emails about internet marketing. So the main thing is to focus on the niche that they opted in on. Stick with that niche. To give you some examples, some email subject line examples pertaining to weight loss, new weight loss trick, new weight loss strategy, latest weight loss, latest diet news, insane tips to lose weight, weight loss is now made easy. Anything that's got to do with diet or weight loss or something that's going to help that person, that's what they want. Why did they opt into a weight loss? Why did they opt into that particular campaign? Because that's what they want to do. So focus on that. That's what your email should be all about. And that might sound obvious, but I see it happen a lot of times where people kind of stray, and then they wonder, well, what's going on? Nobody's opening my emails. So that to me is very important, very basic, very simple, but very important. Now let's talk more about some email subject line ideas or some more ways that you can get some email subject line help. The next thing, #2, you want to engage your reader. It's kind of like, you want to grab their attention. That subject line has got to grab that attention. And this actually grabbing attention, that could fill a whole bunch of videos. But let me touch upon or highlight on some of the most important areas. And what I think I'm going to have to do is go back and make more videos in each in many separate areas because there's so much to share with you. But I want to at least cover some of the highlights. The main thing that's going to help you to engage that reader, to grab that reader, is try to tap into or appeal to their senses. If you can appeal to their senses, you've got a better chance of grabbing their attention. Curiosity, fear, shock and confusion. Also, there's a casual approach. These are just some of the buttons that we can use, that we can push in order to get our subscribers to grab their attention and get them to open that email. Some examples. Curiosity. You won't believe this. You'll never guess what finally happened. They got to open the email and find out. Have you seen this? This, by the way, is one of the most powerful words that you can use in your emails. This, THIS, a very, very powerful word when it comes to getting your emails open. Just sharing that with you. Another example of curiosity, you'll love this. Kind of tough not to open that email. You'll love what? So it sparks their curiosity and it grabs their attention. Fear of missing out is probably the easiest. This is the only time I'm going to offer this. Don't miss out on this. Don't regret. These kind of focus on that fear of missing out. Shock and confusion. Putting two things together that don't belong together is really that to me is an easy way to explain that. In other words, a subject line like pudding and rabbits, or a subject line like purple dogs. These are going to help your open rate. Purple dogs, pudding and rabbits. So they're confusing, but they're also going to help you to get your emails open. Casual, I almost forgot to let you know about, I almost forgot to tell you, is this what you wanted? Kind of casual, friendly ways to do that. Now, questions used to be the best way to grab attention. Unfortunately, questions are getting worn out, apparently. At least according to research, questions just aren't working so well. And the reason is that everybody's asking questions. So people are getting to be where they're not even, in fact, when they see a question, it almost relates to spam. So it almost can hurt your open rate. So be a little bit careful about questions. Now, the third thing I want to share with you is to test your email subject lines. A lot of people say create 10 email subject lines, or create 5, or whatever. What I recommend, create maybe 10 if you can, then grade those, and we'll get into that a little bit later on how you can actually grade or assess your email subject lines. And then of the ones that are the best, then use those in order to test or split test your email subject lines. Now, split testing is something, it's one of the secret weapons of any marketer, and it should be something that, in my opinion, is standard procedure, because you're always trying to get better, and that's an easy way to get better. It's also an easy way to find out what works and what doesn't work. So split test your subject lines and see which ones are doing good, see which ones are not. And then maybe improve the ones that are doing good and see if you can get them to do great. The other thing, number 4, I want to share with you is special words. And I'm going to give you a sampling of some of the words that have incredible open rate success. Don't know exactly why, but they simply work. In other words, they're just a certain combination of words that will get your emails open. The number one, based on my research, the number one combination is "you are not alone." This increases your open rate as much as 90%. You're not alone. The next one is next step. I wouldn't put that as my first email. After you've sent a few emails, next step. Next step to what? Next step. Anyway, it should boost your open rate to about 50%. Extraordinary. Hey, HEY ... HEY ... That should boost your rate to about 30% or as much as 30% on the open rate. The other thing is watch this video. Very powerful. It's got a 26% average open rate. Watch this video. Of course, include a video. Don't tell them to watch a video and then have no video. That is going to be considered spam or clickbait or whatever. In other words, you're going to lose your subscriber, or you'll have a real good chance of losing your subscriber if you do that. But watch this video is like secret special words. Something that I use in my emails as well as articles, press releases, posts is called the rest of the story. As far as an email subject line, some of the ways that the rest of the story, that tactic, that strategy, some of the ways that it can help you. The top 10, and it doesn't have to be 10, it could be the top 2, the top 3, the top 3 fishing rods, the top 10 ways to, other examples. Last night I tried to sleep and this is what happened, or I tried to do this and this is what happened. What happened? They have to open the email in order to find out, in order to get the rest of the story. Bessie tried not dieting, and I want to let you know what happened. Bessie tried your product for 3 weeks or for 1 week or whatever, and this is what happened. They have to open the email in order to find out what happened, in order to get the rest of the story. That works well. It certainly does for me, and I'm sure it'll work well for you. A question that you might have, or certainly one that I've had asked a time or two, how long should your email subject line be? According to the experts, about 55 to 65 characters, which equals maybe 6 or 7 words. I usually might go a little longer than that. It depends. On the other hand, I do keep your subject lines to a minimum, you might say. They need to be short and sweet. The other thing I want to share with you or discuss with you is an email subject line generator. There are quite a number of email subject line generators. You can just type in email subject line generator or free email subject line generator and so on into your search box, and you'll probably find hundreds of them. But there certainly you'll find dozens of them. There are a couple that I am particularly fond of, so I'm going to share those with you anyways, because I think that they'll be able to help you. The first one I want to share with you is Active Campaign, and I'm sharing that because it's easy. For one thing, it's really easy to use, it's real fast, it's user-friendly. Taking us to Active Campaign, I have scrolled down to where it says Choose Keyword Category. I'm going to say Benefit and Weight Loss, Generate Subject Line, and then below, the fastest way to lose weight, the ultimate guide, little known ways, the secret to, and you can copy these. And again, I will leave the link below to this. And then another free online tool that I happen to like is called Advanced Marketing Institute's Headline Generator. And of course, both Active Campaign and the Headline Generator can both help you to create titles, headlines, subject lines, email subject lines, and so on. I'm at Advanced Marketing Institute. This is an emotional marketing value analyzer, and I'm going to analyze weight loss secrets, and I'm analyzing weight loss secrets revealed. I've got a 50%, and actually anything over 30 to 40% is pretty decent. 50 to 75% is considered to be pretty darn good. Links will be below to all of these. Okay, the next thing I want to share with you is called an email subject line grader. And this is a tool, it's a free tool also, that will help you to come up with better subject lines. And the higher the grade, the better the subject line. I'm going to take you to emailsubjectlinegrader.com and show you how it works, and show you how, again, the higher the score, the better. And I've taken us to Net Atlantic, and this is a subject line grader. Weight loss secrets revealed. 2, 4. I've got 6 words, which should be good. And 100%. Character count 37. Words 6. Again 55. 50 to 65 words. We're at 37. 6 or 7 words. 50 to 65 characters. We're at 37. Most subject lines are 40 to 50. We're at 37. And so that's why we got 100%. So this again is Net Atlantic. I'll leave a link below, but this is an email subject line grader, and one that I really like. So that's why I want to share with you anyway. I used words such as weight loss and diet and so on. Those words are going to have to be modified, by the way, or we're going to have to use other words. By modified, in other words, it might be weight, W-E, space, weight loss, dot weight loss, because these words are going to be considered spam. Now, we're going to get into spam in the next video. So that's a whole nother video. But these are things that you need to know. And so when you finish this video, I don't mean to be smart, but you're not done. You really need to see that next video. Again, that video is not yet made. It's not created. It's written in a sense, but it's not been created. And when it does get done, if you subscribe, you don't have to, of course, but if you subscribe and ring the bell, then you'll be notified when that video is published. That's going to cover spam, and then there's other things too we're going to get into. We're going to get into your email itself and a little bit of the copywriting and so on, in order to keep that reader reading and get them all the way to the end. And then we're going to get into your call to action and so on, so that you can get more conversions. So that's also another video in the future. So there's several more things that we're going to be covering that you really it's going to be to your benefit to learn about it. So I hope you will subscribe, or I strongly suggest that you subscribe. My bonus tip, if you watched last video about creating a bridge page, then you're already aware of this. But even if you have, it's so important that allow me to share it with you again, because it's that important. And that is, what I'm going to share with you next, is the #1 reason why people will open your emails, why they'll open my emails. And that reason is that they know who or whom, but they know who that email is from, who is sending that email. In my case, it's usually George Pierce. In your case, it could be your name, it could be your company name, your product name, your brand name, whatever, but that's the name that you want to number. That's the most important thing that I want to share with you, is make sure that that name is on every subject line. So pertaining to subject line, you want to make sure that your name is on the subject line, and you don't want it so far down that it doesn't show up when it shows up that they've got mail. The other thing is that if you'll create a bridge page, then it'll give you an opportunity to inform them of who that video is from. It also gives you an opportunity to build a little bit of trust and a little bit of confidence, a little bit of rapport, so that you've got a better chance of getting your confirmation email open. In my bridge pages, I let them know to open that. I tell them they need to open their confirmation, or they're not going to get my gift. So that helps with getting that first email open, because if that doesn't get open, you don't even have to subscribe or worry about, neither do I. So we want to get that confirmation email open, and if we can build a little bit of rapport and let them know who that email is coming from, then they're more likely to open it. Oh, George Pierce. Oh, okay, I'm going to read his email. I'm going to leave a link below, because if you haven't watched that video, it's really going to help you, especially as far as getting your emails open. And the whole idea, pretty much the backbone of any online business, is a list, building that email list. And pretty much this whole Level 2 series is going to have something to do with that, with email or email list and so on. So, because it's that important. So I just want to remind you that the bridge page is going to give you a golden opportunity to inform that new subscriber who their emails are coming from, and that's going to really make a major difference in your open rate. Next video, we're going to talk about spam. I love spam. Oh, not that kind of spam. I still love spam. But our next video is we're going to get into spam, and then there's several more videos to follow. They're all going to be of help to you, so I urge you to subscribe and ring the bell, and that way you won't miss out. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Allow me to wish you much success.